Hi everybody! The area that I have chosen to focus on for this class was third grade math, fractions, decimals, and percentages in particular. Fractions were always something that I remember struggling with when I was in school, and when I was doing practicums in third grade, it was also something that I thought was kind of challenging. So I thought that I would better my understanding of fractions by choosing it as my topic. The activity that I found was on LearnZillion.com, and it gives the objective up here. It says understand fractions as the partitioning of a whole. So right away when I read that and read through it a little bit, I went to the Common Core standards for third grade, and right away this first one right here fits the activity. It says understand a fraction 1 over b as the quantity formed by one part when a whole is partitioned into b equal parts. Understand a fraction a over b as the quantity formed by a parts of size 1 over b. So right after that I went on to the Nebraska State Standards, and I will admit it was a little bit difficult for me to find one that fit this activity because I have been teaching kindergarten in Iowa for the last 2 years, so I am kind of unfamiliar with the Nebraska State Standards since I haven't had to deal with them in a while. But I finally did find it. Down here it kind of talks about all the fraction standards, and this one right here, MA 3.1.1.E, says express whole numbers as fractions and recognize fractions that are equal to whole numbers, equivalent to whole numbers. And then down here it gives other standards that deal with fractions as well. All right, so we'll go back to LearnZillion.com and the activity. Another thing that I noticed right away was that it gives the standards at the top. Now these relate to the Common Core standards, but you could easily look at those Common Core standards and then match it with your state standards. I really love this website because I noticed that it's something that can be done on the interactive whiteboard, which is what I would plan to do if I were teaching this lesson to my own third graders. I do have a Promethean panel in my room, and the kids love it. It keeps them engaged. I can do small group activities on it. I can do whole group activities. You can do individual activities. It's just great. Also, it gives teaching notes on the side of every page of the lesson, and as you go through the teaching notes, they have suggested pacing, which is awesome for new teachers. They have the actual solutions to these scenarios that they're giving you. They give the purpose, why you are doing this part of the lesson, questions to ask students, their more solutions. All right, so we'll go back to the first page where you begin the lesson, and it starts every lesson starts with a prior knowledge connection, and it kind of gives your scenario right here. It says the miners at each mine have to share all gold bars equally. How many bars does each miner get to keep? And then in this table right here, it has 4 different mines. It has the bars that were made in each mine, and then the miners who were sharing the bars. If you go to the next page, this was honestly one of my favorite parts.
At the gold mine, miners often sift through pans like these, looking for gold nuggets. Once they have collected a bunch of gold nuggets, the gold nuggets are melted together to create gold.
And I love this because I know some third graders are not going to understand what a gold bar is, what a gold nugget is, how gold miners would dig for gold. So I love that the prior knowledge is included in this lesson. As you go through the lessons, it gives more conceptual understanding tasks and more scenarios with different minds. It has more videos where that woman speaks and kind of demonstrates. It has a closing. This is great because a closing is something that I myself sometimes fall short in. Sometimes my closing just kind of gets cut off, and the closing is really important to a lesson. And then an exit ticket, and then additional practice. So thank you for listening to my video. My time is up. I look forward to watching your videos. Thanks again.